Hey, apologies for the weird voice because my voice kind of got ruined because I got sick. Okay, I wanted to tell you about this character that I created called Sky Ghost, aka Lucy. Um, a lot of the inspiration for me making the character actually has a bit of a long story behind it, and it started back in 2017. I made something called glitchtale. This was for the Dota 2 short film contest. And in glitchtale, I had this whole concept of Dota 2 characters going in between different worlds. And you might be thinking, wait a minute, didn't you make that and it's called Game Breakers? And yes, I did, because Game Breakers was based on this same exact concept. I just wanted to do it better. But in sorry, in Glitchtale, there's this scene where Lanaya pops out of a portal and she's in the Half-Life universe. And I decided that I wanted to, put them in little science outfits because I was like, haha, it's funny. It's like they're scientists. Well, the thing is, I kind of threw this model together and I was like, you know what? This model's actually kind of nice. It actually got reused a little bit later, back when the next year, I believe. I worked on something called Cobalt Blues with Eric Wright. And at the end, we wanted to have little hero portraits for everyone who worked on the video. And I decided, oh, Scientist Lanaya, that can be my little hero portrait. So I was like, huh, she can maybe be like a little channel mascot. In fact, on the banner for my YouTube channel, you can actually see she's right there. Has been there for a long time too. But eventually, she kind of just fell out of favor, didn't she? Well, sometime after that, I got into playing VR chat. And I kind of had the same idea again. So what I did was I decided that I kind of wanted to have her as like an avatar. But the problem is this model kind of sucks and I didn't want to learn how to like really properly port it to VR chat because I was kind of lazy back then. So instead what I did is I went on VRC Mods, I believe was the name of the website, and I got like a random anime girl base model. And then I just threw a little science uniform on her. And then I made this. So this was the model that I used for a little bit in VR chat. And I was like, okay, now I'm using this model. However, a little while later, somebody complained to me that this model was unoptimized. He was like, hey, you need to optimize that model. And I was like, I don't care. It just threw it together. So a bit passive aggressively, I made it into this model, which is called Anomi High Quality. And I probably used this model for a good year and a half, actually. If you met me on this game throughout that time period, you probably saw me using this one. But eventually, I stopped using this one. But the memory always persisted. This idea of a girl who is a dork in a science uniform. And that was the persistent idea that carried over to working on Interloper 7 when I made this model, which is what you all now know as Sky Ghost or Lucy. So, very interesting fact. I bet a lot of you didn't know quite how old this is. Like, it's crazy to me to think that this kind of weird concept design that I had a long time ago is going to be 10 years old very soon. That's kind of crazy. Anyway, I just thought this would be interesting to share. Let me know in the comments below if you think that you could defeat a horse with your bare hands.